So Valentine's back at the Royal Rumble, and here's the tidbit from Meltzer. Quote, Valentine went out at 46 minutes, which means he was in the ring for 44 minutes. As the story goes, you're going to love this. This was his punishment for working with Herb Abrams' dates in New York. The company, since Valentine wasn't under any contract, couldn't stop him from working indies, but they weren't too happy he worked for Mr. McMahon's enemy, Mr. Abrams. What did Vince think of Mr. Abrams and his UWF promotion?
I don't think he knew who he was or what he did.
Well, he knew when he booked Andre.
Okay, maybe, some guy's booking Andre. I can guarantee you that other than, hey, there's some guy out there running matches and trying to do TV, there wasn't a whole lot on old Herb.
Dino Bravo and Valentine begin a feud as Valentine's babyface push kind of starts, but in reality, he's just working mid-card matches. He loses to Earthquake at WrestleMania and then IRS at SummerSlam. Royal Rumble 92 was one of his last appearances before he leaves again. What was the opinion of Valentine in the office? Like, I know you weren't there at Rumble 92, but as he's winding down 1991, it does feel like his career is, I mean, he's there, he's on the card, but he's not exactly featured. Doesn't feel like creative has any motivation to do much with him.
Well, I think that Greg is steady. Greg was always looked at as steady. Greg was the guy you could always depend on. Greg would always deliver. And yeah, he was consistent and he was steady.
A good hand, some might say.
He was a great hand.
So I guess my question was, a lot of times in wrestling, you have to sort of reinvent yourself. We've seen The Undertaker do it. We've seen Chris Jericho do it. And a lot of other guys. Do you think Valentine needed to reinvent himself a little bit?
Well, yes, and I think that he did with Rhythm and Blues, and that's why that change was so important. Sure. Because that was an opportunity to completely reinvent himself. You change your look, you change your gimmick, you change everything as much as you possibly can. You're still Greg Valentine, and you're still doing your shit, but give me a new presentation, give me a new paint and coat.